In between his recent Truth Social posts whining about being criminally sentenced on Friday and, of course, being angry that Jimmy Carter died and flags will be at half-staff during his inauguration, Donald Trump returned to one of his classics, right? It's a post, the kind of post, a topic, I should say, that we haven't seen in a while, but sometimes, you know what? It's fun to hear the greatest hits again. And that is exactly what Donald Trump gave us in between his other meltdowns over the last 4 days. Because once again, Donald Trump returned to hating on windmills. Yeah, that scourge of the earth, those windmills that he says they're killing the birds, they're killing the whales. They're not doing either of those things, by the way. Like regular normal buildings kill more birds per year than windmills. But nevertheless, Trump just hates windmills, probably because he hates wind, because it makes his hair do funny things. But here's what Donald Trump said in a recent post on Truth Social. The UK is making a very big mistake. Open up the North Sea. Get rid of windmills. Now, there's a lot of missing context from that post. So if I were to just read you that and just let that be the end of it, you'd be very confused, as was pretty much everybody who saw it. But here is the context. Donald Trump also linked to an article that said that UK oil companies are, mostly pulling out of the North Sea. They're going to cease a lot of their drilling operations for oil in the North Sea, and instead they want to continue their investments in renewable energy, like, wind farms in the North Sea. It makes sense. The world is moving on from fossil fuels. And that angers Donald Trump for some reason because he doesn't like it. I mean, really, if you think about the motive for this, it makes absolutely no sense. Donald Trump is not an oil baron. He doesn't have a stake in energy companies. So why does it matter to you if companies in another country are going to cut down on their drilling in order to invest in renewable energy? That doesn't affect your life at all. It doesn't affect your policies at all. So why is this apparently keeping you up at night because you posted this at fucking midnight? Like, that's psychotic. That is absolutely there's something wrong with you type stuff here. But that is what he did. For the record, the reason UK companies are pulling out of the North Sea is not because, hey, we've seen the light, we're destroying the planet, we need more renewable. They're pulling out because projections say that over the next 4 years in the North Sea, oil production is going to decline by 20% year over year. Like 20% less this year, 20% less next year, as opposed to like there's not as much oil anymore. It's not as easily accessible. Therefore, it becomes not profitable for these companies to remain there. So Trump's over here saying, no, we need more drilling in the North Sea. And the companies that are actually doing the drilling are like, dude, we've tapped it dry. We're actually going to move to other basins and continue oil drilling. The government of the UK is the one coming in, putting in the windmills. Oil production in the North Sea has dropped from over 4 million barrels of oil per day to under a little around 1 million barrels of oil per day. And that's before the 20% year over year decline. So again, they're not pulling out of the North Sea just because, we're destroying the planet, we're going to stop. No, that's not what's happening. They're pulling out because they can't get the rest of the oil, right? It's like at the end of the milkshake. You're sucking on the straw and it just makes that annoying sound. That's where they're at. And they're just going to go do it somewhere else instead. But again, none of that matters to you because none of that affects you. So why are you losing sleep over windmills when you clearly don't even understand what is happening with the oil basins in the North Sea? A very stupid post from a very, very stupid man is what this boils down to. Thanks for watching today, everybody. And don't forget, if you're not already, please do subscribe to this channel. We have fresh content going up every single day, and I would really hate for you to miss out on that. And speaking of missing out, if you're not following me across all other social media outlets, then get on it. You can follow the links in the description of this video.